have the man KJ Spio in the building this morning, live here with us on Culture Daily. Boss Uwezo Akwaba.
That's it.
Very,
Thank
very
you so
good.
much.
Please, my name is Cyril. This one is called Legit.
Oh my God.
This one is called Lenny. The squad, Charlie. You already know the Culture Squad. We're glad to meet you. Glad to be here. And that song is banging.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That song be nice. I like the production. I like the beat and all that. But of course, for those who don't know KJ Spio is a music exec. He's an executive producer. He's a creative director. He's worked with all your faves. Trust me. If the list we start for here, we go check small. Name it, he's touched it. And that's the Midas touch that brings the music to our eardrums. Mr. Spio, tell us what the inspiration behind Emore is all about.
It's a very, very inspirational song. The meaning is only God. Like everything that happens is through God. That we are, everything is through God. So that's where it came about. And the song actually came about from a conversation. We went to make another record, as always, and then we just started talking about life and experiences. And you go through certain things where it's definitely divine feeling, and that's what it is. Like we as humans have very little control, but everything is all through God. Like everything is divine. So that's what the record is about. It's about divine. It's about resilience. It's about not giving up. So that's what the record is about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that also the reason behind the choice of the location? I mean, resilience, right? I mean, black people, I feel like slavery, the castle, we might have gone through hard times as slaves and everything, but we've been resilient over the years and we've still been able to build something. So I was wondering, does that have anything to do with like the choice of location?
Very much. And I mean, there's a lot of detail in the video itself. Like if you see Oxlade and myself, we wore black. Everybody was very colorful in the video itself, and it's just to show how dark the castle is, but we made it look beautiful and make beautiful art. The models were very glamorous, very colorful. So that was the whole objective, is to it's uplifting, to show women in a positive light, like in an artistic way, but at the same time as well show how much we've come from. So that was it. But it wasn't easy. It was a process. But, at some point we thought about a few other options. But I felt that the storyline, and I grew up in Cape Coast as well. So that's my hometown. So to be in that space and shoot, I remember going there on school trips. So being in that space and shooting was very important. But it wasn't easy. But I felt like the story itself, like I saw the vision, it had to be there. It had to align. Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your background, right? For those who don't know, who haven't known you for a long time, from Nigeria to Ghana, Cape Coast, tell us where your inspirations come from. You seem to be a mixed bag. You've been around.
Yes, I've been fortunate enough through my work, because I do a lot of things. I do design. I do a lot of things within the creative space, production, not for myself, for others as well. So by moving around, I'm always inspired. I just had a writing camp in Nigeria like a month ago. That's where a lot of these records came from. But just being around different spaces, and I lived in so many different places. So that's where my inspiration comes from. Just life and seeing people in different areas. That's where it comes from.
Okay. Why the choice for oxlade? So I know you could have reached out to 50 artists, big artists, equally as dope. But I see some chemistry working on this.
100%.
What led to that?
Yeah. Oxlade and I, even before we actually met, we connected and we worked on records before. So we have a real brotherhood even outside of music. So as it happens, when I went to Nigeria, I didn't even tell him I was going to Nigeria. I was doing my writing camp, and he came on a random day to see what I was doing. And we made a different record, and this one came about. So it came from a real brotherhood space. And as far as the messaging within the song itself, I think he was the vessel where I couldn't see anybody else communicating and being as passionate as far as the song itself, and the message, the inspiration behind it. And it was personal for him as well, because through experiences from his own life that he can sing and be that passionate about. So it's not just singing a song, but it was him. Like the message came through him, so it had to be. I couldn't see anybody else doing that as passionate as Oxlade would.
You mentioned writing camps, which have become a thing now in our space. Our space being Ghana, Nigeria, and then I dare say some other parts of Africa. Right? It wasn't a thing before a couple of years ago, never a thing. But you'd hear a lot of people from Europe and America talking about writing camps a lot, and that's a medium through which a lot of collaborations also happen, right? For you, what was the need to have first a writing camp and then a writing camp in Nigeria?
Okay, so SOG and I have always been like way before it became a thing where everybody does. And it's a thing it's more of dedicating a period of time to consistently creating music. Like every morning you wake up and you create it. So it's very helpful. Like you get the most productivity. But usually myself, when I have camps, I'd rather have it with like just a few people.
Okay.
Because in the end, it turns out to be, very good in connection. But for me, I have not really had any music come out of writing camps yet.
Oh.
When it's, yes. So, but when it's
large.
Yeah, it becomes, a thing, which is very good, in the creative space to share. But usually the one I had, it was myself, and I've just had different people each day. So it was not a huge camp.
Okay. So it was you with other people?
Me for other people,
okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
and kept it very, very niche and tight.
Okay, so speaking of, I just want to, because we've had conversations about where, writing camps are held, and when especially when it's niche, people feel like it doesn't, it kind of keeps it away. It's kind of, making it niche kind of makes it gate kept in a sense, where people, other people who would otherwise also do amazingly if they had opportunities or they were put in rooms or places like that, don't have access to that. So I want to understand, besides the fact that you think that it kind of makes the music more memorable or it's easier to just create, the rationale behind making it niche, and also why that invitation wouldn't be extended to other people who otherwise wouldn't have that opportunity.
Yeah. So I think at this point I'm very specific in terms of everything I do, right? So usually when you have a camp where you have a lot of different people, a lot of ideas, everybody has their own ideas, everybody has their own creative process. So that works when it's not very specific. So I went in, I'm working on the EP, and I went in specifically to make songs for that EP, and I already had everything in mind as far as what I want to get across. So in that space, it's best to keep it very tight. But when you keep it open, it's a lot of networking, it's a lot of communication, and it's kind of, imagine having the show, and you say, okay, I'm gonna bring a few friends in there who do the same thing, and we're gonna have a radio camp. You know what I'm saying? Like it helps, but personally, I have
also
not,
be counterproductive.
Yeah, it for me. At least it become counterproductive.
But then is that something that you think you'd still look into, especially with because I speak on behalf of people in the emergency, because I think that there's a lot of untapped talent in that space, right? But they usually, most often than not, I've had the opportunity to be in back rooms, like in other places where I know that if some of these people had the opportunity to be in this room, these rooms, they would make a lot of impact. So is that something that you think you're looking at maybe at a different point in time, just kind of putting together for people who wouldn't have?
100%. So even during my last writing camp, I met an artist. I would say he's emerging, but he's kind of emerging. Amazing guy called Vasa, right? So I met him through the camp. Now he's going to come to Ghana and we're going to work. So I think it would be more specific of seeing someone or meeting a person and know, okay, this person is really amazing, let's work, as opposed to on open invitation.
For you as well, is there anything special, about Sarkodie and Oxlade? Because these are two people that you keep collaborating with. You've done one with Sarkodie alone, you've done one with both Sarkodie and Oxlade, and then now you have that one with this one, the Emiko. Is it Emiko?
Emiko. Yeah.
I'm Ewe, so Emiko means something else, but yeah, and then now you have that. So I just want to know what the bond is for the three of you, or for you and them as individuals.
Yeah, it's the brotherhood. And again, myself making music, I'm very passionate about making music. I'm very specific, and making music in a space where I'm just making it for the sake of, if for whatever reason I'm not inspired by it. So it's a brotherhood, and I continuously make records within the space. But now I'm branching out to work with other people that I inspire me. So yeah.
I want to know why the choice to be the mastermind and not the face. Now, a lot of these days, a lot of people who have your talent and your expertise want to be the artist. They want to be the frontliner, right? But you have taken a conscious decision that I'll be part of the art, but I'll make sure it all happens. What led to that decision, and how's it been?
Early on in my career, I realized that you can achieve anything if you are willing not to take the credit for it. You can achieve pretty much everything if you're not willing, and that's how I've always been.
That's deep.
So in my goal is to achieve the most within the music space. So in many instances, if it means not taking the credit for it and getting it done, that's what it is. So I'm involved enough to push the record and get my vision around, but I don't want to be, because that tends to get in the way a lot of times.
So basically, when you are faceless, you make more and faceless, right?
You achieve more.
Yeah, achieve more. You can work freely without worrying about something.
100%. You can achieve more.
What's your work process like? What do you produce in?
My work process is very intense. I work all the time, pretty much, and I work in spaces. So I might be in a space where I might be working on something for a particular artist, and then I might be working for another person. But I concentrate. So I will probably have, let's say, if I'm working on an EP, I would dedicate the whole week or whatever it is and focus on it. If I'm working on something, so I work in pockets. That's how my work process is. Yeah.
With regards to the sound, the Ghana Niger sound, there's been a small evolution, in the last couple of months where the music seems to be changing. Now you've been here for a minute. You've seen it come
100%
and go. What's your prediction for our sound, let's say in the next 3 years?
I would say it's going to vary like an R&B driven type sound, where it's kind of retro type sound. That's where the sound is going.
You see them sampling Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
Stonebwoy had a to my condo. That had a sample. I think was it Joe or it was one of the R&B guys. You have Sade being sampled on a.
Yep.
Is it a crime?
Exactly.
As well. So you see that R&B influence coming back. They are done with the rap influence.
I mean, all the way back, all the way to even Burna Boy's last.
Exactly.
Burna Boy has been sampling forever.
Yeah,
even the last one.
Even with it, but specifically the whole R&B,
No, he's been sampling forever. I was listening the other day to I forgot is it Tonight? What's the title? Old
Yes, Tonight.
Yeah.
Bro,
I've forgotten the title.
We'll talk about that one later. But you see a strong R&B
100%. It's coming back.
Right?
Like Oxlade and I played for you guys off air. We have like a crazy R&B sing. That was actually the record we
off
made.
Air, what you
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So how do you work? Does he come here? Do you go there? Is it remote? Because people have Grammy award-winning songs that they never met to.
Yeah.
So what is the connection? Is it like a personal thing or?
I still like to work in person. I still like to work in person. So we worked in Nigeria together, and we actually have a show coming up on the 23rd in London that we're going to do together.
Okay.
But I like to work in person. Like I like to work in person.
Okay. Apart from the show coming up 23rd or this month.
Monday, yeah.
Oh snap! So you're on your way to the airport.
And, I mean,
But apart from the 23rd, what else is coming up? What else should we be looking out for? Because the way you say you're a workaholic, you know this. That means that things are cooking.
so next single, I have the next single that's ready to go. You know, I'm hoping to probably shoot it before. Before we go.
The next single with Oxlade or with a new, you won't tell us.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, we've been working. We've done probably about a lot of records.
Give us a clue. Give us a gist. You mentioned a person's country.
Yeah.
The big Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing three names have come into my head, but I won't mention it.
Okay, try it. Let's try it and see.
Stone, Sack.
Not Sack. Not
Sack.
Yeah.
Not Stone.
Arada J.
A singer. It's a singer.
It's a singer. It's a singer.
Olive the
Male
Boy.
or female?
No.
Male or female?
Male.
Promise.
No.
Fameye.
No.
Kiddy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I already said Olive the Boy. A singer.
Kitty, yeah, he says it's Kitty.
Is it just one person?
Just one.
And he said
Oh,
it's
okay. All right.
Yeah, just
I
one.
thought you have a
Okay,
bunch
okay,
of
I'm very excited about this one because we've done a lot of songs, but this one I'm very, very excited
This one
about.
is popping.
Yeah, that was the
will we
first
listen to this too off air?
Say it again?
Will you play that one too
Yeah, I'll
off air?
play, yeah. That's the
Yeah,
first
I want to prepare
song
them.
we actually did, and we went and done so many records, and we came back to the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. so-
How often does that happen? Where you have it, but I don't know whether it's
You
doubt
sleep
or
on
whether you
it.
sleep on it. You
Yeah.
go in a room and you come back and like, Charlie, we had it all along. How often does that
It
happen?
happens all the time.
All the time, man.
Because I always feel like you can do better, but it's about the vibe and it's about the energy. So, yeah.
Before we wrap up, right? Loving the convo. Before we wrap up, if you could change one thing about our industry, what would you change? Let me
That
put
we
you
work
on
more
spot.
together. That's it. Like we just work more together. You know, because everybody's so talented. So if we just work more together, there's so much talent. It's ridiculous. That's all it is. We just work more together. You know,
Collaborate,
that's it.
partner.
But also, what would you say is what makes us not collaborate much? Is it too much competition? Is it bad energy?
Is it character? Is that a
You know,
character?
is it that people just want to have the fame without putting in the work, you know, and so other people who want to put in the work don't want to collaborate with all of these people because they probably see them as lazy, you know. What do you think it is?
I think, okay, from my personal experience, a lot of times it's about everybody understanding each other.
Okay.
So we all individually have our own processes. We all have ways about going about things. So in working with people, if you're mindful that, okay, this cannot be intentional, you know, whatever happens is not intentional, that might be his process. Let's be more understanding.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example. Like I came in here, I pounded you, and I was like, hey, someone can take that as something. You know what I'm saying? So we just have to be more understanding of
That's
each
because
other.
of the distance.
You know,
Right.
just be more understanding of each other, and let's work together. Let's focus on what we can do together as opposed to looking at other things.
The stuff that's wrong.
Yeah, just focus on what we can
I like
do
that.
together.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's sensitivity. I think we're just a bit sensitive.
Sensitivity. That's the word. You know, we just
sometimes
who said
we-
it? Like, why we
Too
can all
soft.
Get along.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I'll get along. Charlie,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to call back for that video. Love it. Love the beat. Love the melody. Oxlade killed it. You did your thing as well. But, I mean, it's good what you asked for, collaboration and support. And let's tone down the
Competition.
the competitive mindset.
No,
because-
the competition I think is good, but we
but
can
it shouldn't
healthy
be-
healthy
competition.
competition.
yeah,
healthy
it shouldn't
competition,
be
yeah.
out of envy or jealousy or
Yeah.
trying to do it alone. It should be
Yeah.
about the game.
Facts.
KJ Spio,
Facts.
you've inspired this morning. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
it's great
Yes.
having you here on our morning bite.
appreciate it.
It's awesome.